brothers and sisters, generals, family, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, may that great divine come in our lives and protect us and put it in our spirit to prosper. We work that inner and then work our way out. Righteous ripple effect. And it's wonderful when we can work toward our purpose, our goals, and things we need in this life. Remember, the needs first, and then the wants will come naturally, because we don't have to grind, when we're flowing naturally, like Mama Nature and that great divine. Because, man, a breath of life, is the gift that keeps on giving. Every breath of life is a celebration. Every breath, every breath we take when we wake up, and the more in levels of awareness we become, or I say awareness or age, we begin to appreciate life more and more, begin to have clarity, as I like to say. We begin to understand, and understand things. And that understanding thing is something I learned from a great brother. We keep things like that in our soul. Gratitude, brothers and sisters. We honor our real like-minded great teachers out here, whether they're brothers or sisters. And because when we honor our teachers, we honor ourselves. Remember, a great teacher, things we learn from a great teacher, sticks with us forever. And this is a part of, incorporating breathing life. Every day is a celebration. Every day we breathe, we wake up, it's a chance to do better and not dwell on what happened the day before. We become more powerful in our mind, body, soul. Our seeing gets sharper. Our hearing gets sharper. And we know we have that divine confidence in our soul to keep studying human nature, and experiences, books, just paying attention overall. Things will come. And again, we don't have to grind. When we're flowing freely, naturally, with Mama Nature and that divine spirit that resides in the pit of our soul. But we won't know that unless we go there, into the pits of our soul, to those depths, and dig up all that uncomfortable stuff, the things we've had harboring and buried for years on end, some of us decades, depending on who we are in our age bracket. It's time to dig up those things that some of us, I would say some shy or not, some are conservative. We have our different reasons why we harbor righteous gifts within our soul, because I was one of them, and it's nice to connect with family or reachers and teachers or brothers and sisters, anyone we meet along the way that pulls those great things that we've been harboring so long. I'm talking about positive, righteous things in our soul for so long. And then we come into a righteous person, place, or thing that can pull that out. That's the most wonderful thing in the whole wide world. And that's why that great divine Mother Nature developed people, and it's almost like we're like art to that great divine and Mother Nature. And it always say, just a theory, it puts a smile on that great divine's face and Mother Nature, even though they don't have a face, just hypothetic, when those are righteous and giving that light, because righteous energy, positive energy, is what keeps things moving. Negative energy slows things down. It hinders things. And you can't think when you're in, especially if it's a high level of negativity. No one can think through a high level of negativity. So that's why we engulf ourselves in positivity. And remember, a means for a greater life doesn't mean we're floating on some cloud. I reiterate that every now and then, because that's something one had to learn, but we still keep positivity at the base of our soul. We'll gain a lot of ground. We'll go far in this life, and like I said, it depends on the level of self-awareness, or maybe even age, because we better be wise at a certain age, because I said before, life don't give a damn how we feel. It's going to move on. That's what nature does. You know, it evolves, it moves, it changes. You know, we have to adapt and change with it. But of course, we don't get lost in the toxic, devilish things of the world. We still stay analytical, as most of us are these days. You know, we got those divine walkers, we got truth sayers, we got chosen ones. At the end of the day, we all reaching for that same divine spirit that keep us strong, keep us sane, and keep us helping others and keeping us protected from the outside negative entities that want to tear us down and get into our psyche and keep us from thinking powerful and teaching our youth, brothers and sisters, family, anyone we encounter that's looking to seek that righteous light that great divine gives all of us. And when I say all of us, I do mean all of us. But some of us, you know, like melanated, you have to do your research. Melanated brothers and sisters, we are a little more intense and a little more deep in depth when it comes to that great divine, because the power of melanation, you know, it's just how nature intended it, you know. But I always say those who think they are God, they're a fool. Because, and I'm gonna give an example of why it's stupid to think that you're God or try to be manipulative or narcissist, all that stuff that is devil-like. Because remember, everything that's righteous, everything, the devil is the opposite of everything righteous. And I mean everything, small or big, because we all know devilish things can come in many forms. It can be aggressive, it can be subtle. But that's why we study human nature, especially ourselves, so we can be ready for the subtle things. Because sometimes the subtle things is what get you. You know, that's why we can't have no cracks in our armor. I actually heard that from a great brother. We can't have any cracks in our armor. I don't give a damn. That's why we study ourselves and others we are connected to, children, family, significant others. You know, so we can help them not have a crack in their armor, the armor of that great divine, Mother Nature, the things we have learned to keep us protected from outside evil forces, you know, that's at work at every angle, you know. And we rebuke that negative energy up into the air, because we don't want it to go to anyone in our circle, right? So we rebuke that negative energy. It disappear and dissipate out into the universe where there is no gravity, where no one holds any power in the universe, you know. So that's why the great divine rules overall, can be everywhere at once, as well as Mother Nature. But you have to be tapped in to know things like this, and a lot of us are, you know. When you become up in those levels, a heightened self-awareness, there's no such thing as weird. You just tapped into your true self. That's all that is, you know. And I'm talking about if we right within, we're not hurting ourselves or hurting no one else, you know. You know, when we explore and we tap in, we get connected to ourselves. We know ourselves. We come into some amazing things and things that's unexplainable, you know. But if you ain't toxic and you ain't rotten to the core or nothing, you'll see a lot of things, you know, whether it comes sooner or later. You know, everybody walk is different. That's what that great divine loves. Mother Nature loves variety. We just got to know who we are as individuals. Know that we have a common enemy, two enemies actually, evil entities of the world that trying to run things, which is ridiculous. That nothing can outpower that great divine, period. And that enemy within, we conquer that enemy within. The enemy on the outside won't even stand a chance, because breathing life every day is a celebration. And I came to this topic, and on my banner here, that's why I got this on my banner. It made me feel happy within. You know, we got to have a happy place to go to mentally, you know, to keep us centered if we're able to. But we have to practice these things, as I say, and many of us teachers say, brothers or sisters, salute. You know, we have to have something righteous now to center us, to let us know that there is hope in the world. They don't like that word hope, but we have to have something to keep us positive, keep us righteously motivated, you know, to move on and do better. Because when we seek it, it'll come, you know, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, you know, breathing life every day is a celebration. And I came to this topic because I was at my son's mom's house. She had a doctor's appointment, And so I went over there and, sat with the kids and stuff while she was at her appointment. And I was looking at a past video I did, just kind of thumbing through, social media, not looking for nothing, but just, when you're creative and looking for positive things, you just kind of look for something that tweaks our interests, But I remember a video I made. It was a while back. I posted it maybe a week ago, but it's an old video I did maybe 3-4 years ago. And it was a song I did. And it was raw, it wasn't like digital. I just kind of did it on the spot, kind of live. But and it was called Bringing Me Through. That was the name of the song. Like the Great Divine brought me through, and I listened to it. And it made me reflect and just think of all the things that Great Divine gives us, so much grace. It love, that force. I always say it's a positive force out there. You can call it God, the Great Divine, whatever you want to put on it, but it's something out there that shows us mercy, shows us grace, and shows us love, even when we don't deserve it. Because who knows our heart more than Mother Nature and that Great Divine force? So, and I was listening to the song, I almost teared up. It's like my eyes watered up, and I was like looking at my son. My son was asleep, and I was just looking at the kids, and I was just thinking of how, things I have come through, and thinking of things my family come through, and people I've met along the way that have been through hardships and made it. And, my son's mom, just reflecting on things, and it kind of made me water up a little bit. It made me feel very appreciative in that moment, and just had a smile on my heart, and I started smiling on my face. So that's what brought me to this title, this topic, and I want to give a rest in peace and in power to my aunt Vera. I spoke on her in the description of a podcast I did called "We Shall Not Be Moved," and that means, when I say that, like no devil, no evil entity, no nothing will move us. But anyway, in that podcast, I talked about the color purple and how the color purple, and if you look it up, it means it's a symbol of royalty and independence, passion, and power. That's why Prince liked that word purple, and the color purple, excuse me. And I spoke on that in that podcast, how Prince had a purpose and a meaning behind everything he did, as well as other real artists like him. And I spoke on that, and I meant to speak on my aunt Vera like purple, and I looked it up. It's amazing the things we look up, and when we looking to learn, it's amazing when we just go to the depths of things. It's just amazing. But like I said, rest in peace and in power. Anyone in my family that transitioned, anyone that's listening, family that transitioned, may they rest in peace and in power. Anyone we held dear. So I wanted to bring that up because I meant to speak on it. So that's why I put my Aunt Vera's name in the description and spoke on. That was her color, and she did a lot for the family. As I said in the past, the apartment I'm living in is actually a building that my Aunt Vera owned. I stay in it. I stay upstairs. My cousins stay downstairs. But it's pretty big though. It don't even look like an apartment. It look like a house, real talk. So, salute to those in my family that transitioned, that contribute to the family, and she was one of them. She did everything for her family. She loved her family, and everything that she worked for in her life, she shared it with her family. So that video was also a tribute to my Aunt Vera, who liked purple also. And if you look it up, purple is a color of royalty, passion, and power. And it's also a symbol of independence and integrity. So that's why Prince liked purple. And we all know Prince had integrity. So that was kind of a little side note because I meant to speak on her in that podcast. That's why I put it in the description. Anyone in my family that have transitioned, may they rest in peace and in power, and friend of the family. So I wanted to speak on that. And that's what it's all about. That's why I say every day we breathe life, it's a celebration. Don't take things for granted. Have much fun as we possibly can. And as I say, folks, that's for me too. So that's why I got this on my banner. And it just reeks of life to me, and many of us feel like this, what it says on here, and it shows the door. That's just a representation of a happy place. We have to have a place, and remember, we're all different walks. We come through religion in different ways, but it's all when you think about it, we're all seeking the same righteous peace within ourselves. so we can be able to see other things and do our talents and work and whatever we doing in our life, wherever we are right now. Remember, we're all individuals and different, melanated brothers and sisters and generals, family members, young and old, so that's what this door on my banner here is a representation of. A place of serenity where we refuel and recharge ourselves so we can stay straight and stay sane. And always and forever, remember, I say this from time to time, anything we do righteous in the present, and I mean this from the heart, will always and forever benefit us in the future. So love your family, love yourself, hold on to life tight, don't take nothing for granted, and thank that great divine for all the things that it's brought us through and it's bringing us through. And a great divine and mama nature just getting started. For my reachers and teachers, my brothers and sisters, young or older, or our family members, remember, breathing life every day is a celebration. Salute.